Okay, welcome back to another episode of the Day After podcast.
What's up, guys? I hope you guys are excited for this one. When this is uploaded, we are officially in September, which means Survivor 43 is upon us. More info will be coming out, and then in the 21st, we're going to get our first episode of the new season.
Yes, yeah, it's crazy. Our Brantsteele is yet again will go on a bit of a hiatus as we handle the 43 coverage. But I think we'll be ending at least at the end of the season, so there's no going to be like cliffhanger waiting for an all stars. We're just gonna make sure that gets out so that way we can move on to 43 and not have to worry about coming back midway through a season.
Exactly. Yeah. Speaking of which, we've had reality stars on our channel before, but we've never had a bunch of reality stars all together. So this is the Brantsteele USA. There's representation from all sorts of different reality shows that we have here, whether they be hosts, whether they be contestants, or even if they've been on more than one show. There's at least two people or on my team, I know there's three people that have been on a bunch of stuff.
Mhm.
Um, but we'll get to them in a bit. Yeah, there's obviously some Survivor peeps, some Big Brother, Amazing Race, some Ninja Warrior peeps. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
pretty much every spectrum, even some prank shows have been included here.
yeah. All righty. Shall we get right into it?
Yes, let's start off with a Survivor contestant, very fitting for our channel. So let's start off here with Abby Maria Gomes, who is, the crazy Brazilian from Survivor Philippines and Second Chance. I can't say she's been a great like player on her channel so far, but she has had great moments, like typically things that backfire against her.
Yep. Yep. It makes for very entertaining videos. So,
Yeah, exactly. So she's here for that entertainment quality more so than I'm not expecting her to play like a Regina George quality game of dominating the game. I want her to misplay the game somehow.
see, I mean, this is what our upteenth time playing. Who
Yeah,
knows? There's only so many times you play Survivor or do our brand steals before you eventually win. Um,
exactly,
but you
exactly.
never know. You never know.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, moving on next. I'll just be honest. This person is kind of my fodder character. It's the person who I'm okay if end up going out. And that's Chanel West Coast from the show Ridiculousness and Fantasy Factory as well. Rob Dyrdek, his kind of crew. I don't know if you've ever watched any of these kind of shows.
I have
Um,
not.
yeah, ridiculousness when I was working in a grocery store on our breaks, like for some reason everyone would just leave ridiculousness on and like we would just all come into the break room and just watch it. And no one would ever think about changing the channel. We would always just watch ridiculousness for some reason.
Hmm.
Um and I thought she was pretty funny. I definitely can see why, that they brought her on. She definitely does add a lot of kind of like the humor into the show as well. So yeah, I'm excited to see. She joined Rob Dyrdek's crew when she was like 18, like super young,
Yeah.
like right out of high school, pretty much. And yeah, so she's kind of like from the beginning of like her career has been really in the midst of the entertainment scene. So yeah.
I mean, hey, well, that works. However you get your start.
Yeah, I think she now also is also a musician. I think she's a singer now too. I think she releases songs.
All right.
Yeah, yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Okay, next up is someone who recently, I believe like last year, got a reality show. But originally he was from WWE. He even left WWE to create AEW, the current rival show of WWE. Went back to WWE, so now he's back in WWE. And this is Cody Rhodes. Now, I chose this picture for him. I don't know if you can see it super well.
I
Um,
I mean, it's like a centimeter on my screen. I can
yeah.
see it. If I squint my eyes, it kind of looks like a buff William Shatner.
Yeah, well, basically this picture, so his last match in WWE was a few months ago. But he the day before tore his pectoral muscle before the
Oh,
match, and it created this giant, basically,
gas.
yeah, it's like a wound pretty much that
Ooh.
is super big. It looks really disgusting if you Google it later. It looks really bad when you can see like the full thing. Um,
And now I kind of see it from here, and like
yeah,
it is noticeable. I thought that was just like shadowing, but since you said it, it's
yeah,
like okay.
yeah. And so he wrestled the next day after getting injured like this in a Hell in a Cell match. I don't know if you know WWE, but that's the match with the giant steel structure that usually people get thrown and bashed, battered against. And he wrestled in one of the greatest matches in WWE like history of just like, and somehow he pulled it off with only being able to use half of his body.
That's rather impressive.
Yeah, it's like even his opponent like was literally using like a sledgehammer and like ramming it against injury and everything.
That's,
And it's like 100% real. Like you cannot fake what happened because if you put makeup there, it would have rubbed off. No, it was getting worse through the match. You could tell that it was like inflaming.
dang. How's he doing like now?
He's in surgery. So he basically after the match had to actually go off and get surgery. Apparently, the reason he was allowed to even compete was that his thing was fully torn, so he could wrestle, and it's not going to cause any more damage to him because it's already fully torn. So he his mind was like, you know what? I have time to deal with this one match real quick.
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, if there's no more damage you can do, might as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. This match like cemented him as like a legend in the scene, especially. I mean, and his dad is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, Dusty Rhodes. Um, and he's been just super like skyrocketed to like main event status. So, right now he's injured, which is a perfect time to come on our channel for Brantsteele Survivor. He's got some time off. He's not coming back till like January.
yeah.
So
He
he's
doesn't
he's
even have to do anything here. All he has to do is just watch, and the simulation just takes care of everything.
exactly, yeah, yeah. So I feel like he's pulling a bit of a Tyson actually in this season. Funnily enough, he's coming in a bit injured, but I think that's going to help him since he as a wrestler typically they get targeted early on if they win any challenges. Maybe that's not going to happen with him this time.
We'll see. Just have to see.
Okay. Also, funnily enough, these next three people are all currently signed to WWE. Even though they've all got their own reality shows or been on reality shows in different ways.
Tends to
Next,
happen.
yeah, next up we got Casey Catanzaro, who like just started wrestling like a year ago. Like she just recently came into WWE, but mostly everyone knows her for her time in American Ninja Warrior as pretty much the trailblazer for women on that show. Um, I believe she was the first woman to get up the warp wall, which is a pretty tough thing to
Oh yeah.
get through the entire course and then do the warp wall is um it was always like a lot of the girls who would enter, if they could get through that, they could never get up the warp wall. And so it was like a really big deal when she was the first one to do it. As she's only like 5 foot tall. Like she's not
Yeah.
she doesn't have like that reach advantage.
That's the tricky thing about the warp world. I am familiar with the actual OG original Ninja Warrior, the one in Japan, which
Yeah.
we'll get to someone there in a sec. Yeah, I remember back in my day,
I,
there was
I
no American Ninja Warrior. There was just Ninja Warrior.
I love Ninja Warrior. I watched that honestly probably more than American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, it's just the narration there.
Yeah.
Um, old Ninja Warrior, or the Japanese one, they'll even have like ridiculous people on there. Like there's
Yeah,
an octopus guy. He brings an
yeah.
octopus with him, and he goes out the first obstacle all the time. But
Yeah, I would say the qualifying stage of Ninja Warrior, the Japanese one, is way better than most of American Ninja Warrior's content, like in general. Like the qualification of Ninja Warrior is so fun.
yeah, yeah. Well, it'll be interesting, and it'll be interesting if when there's a tribe swap, if they get with someone from the original one.
Mhm.
So we'll see how Casey does.
Yes, yes, exactly, exactly. Cool, cool. Okay, next up we got Mike Mizanin, who has a hit reality show called The Miz and Mrs.
Okay.
Which is basically his entire it's like a keeping up with Kardashian style, just him and his wife basically having a kid and having to raise a family while also traveling and doing WWE and everything. Um and kind of like the complexities that happen with having to constantly be traveling while also having to be raising a child.
I would imagine, yeah, that would be tricky. I hear stories all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And
Um,
his wife is also signed to WWE, so she's also on the road quite a bit. So they're usually taking their kid to all of these shows and everything,
Makes
or
sense.
leaving the kid with I believe it's Maurice, the wife's mom. I believe she also will take care of the kid every now and then. Um,
Gotcha.
but yeah, the Miz, huge in WWE. One of his biggest rivalries was with John Cena. And the Miz is the perfect uh cocky douchebag. He is just so good at just being super over the top, just like in your face. I'm better than you. He believes he's a Hollywood elitist. Even though all of his movies he's been in have been like the Marine 4 and Marine 5, like other knockoffs of John Cena movies, pretty much.
Uh, well, John Cena's not here.
Yeah,
Maybe he can not have to worry about a shadow unless
yeah,
John Cena just randomly pops up somewhere.
yeah. I have seen The Miz live because I've been to some WWE events in LA, and he gets the biggest pops in LA because he's is always talking about being from Hollywood and being a Hollywood elite. So Hollywood is like the one place where you get everyone chanting for The Miz. Anywhere else, they hate this guy's guts.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. So the Miz coming in, we'll see if he's brings some of that cocky attitude
Oh,
to our
most definitely he
Brantsteele.
will.
Yeah.
He will.
Okay, next up we got Rachel Wolfson, who is from Jackass Forever and Jackass 4.5, and is the first female to join the Jackass ranks.
Well, yeah,
Um,
I remember watching that in theaters and stuff.
mhm.
Uh, yeah, she was a trooper. Getting stung by a scorpion
Yeah,
willingly and stuff. That's crazy.
yep. Yeah, the taser is like licking a taser.
Well, that's not so bad. You just get a little
Yeah,
stung.
she did not even like flinch. I guarantee you, some of the guys who did it would have been like, oh, like
Yeah,
they would have done something. But she just was like, okay, I'm just doing this.
she is definitely a trooper.
Yeah,
Anyone on that show, half the stuff they do is freaking crazy.
yeah. She's
Uh,
also a great comedian. Like, her she has an OJ joke about her mom being the person to put OJ Simpson away. Um, and
did she really?
Yeah, yeah. Her mom actually was the like lawyer that put OJ Simpson away.
Well,
Yeah, and she was just like, so the same person who sent OJ away was the same person who sent me to my room, but I got out.
I, wow. I mean, that is a very, very specific joke.
Yeah, exactly. No one else can tell that joke,
No,
which makes it great. So it's really
exactly.
yeah, yeah. She also has this great joke in 4.5 where It's like a stunt where there's these two of the bigger heavyset guys are like running and trying to jump over like a bunch of guys who are like sitting down. Obviously, they don't succeed and they just hit everyone. Um,
Oh,
and so her joke was like, and the winner of this contest, diabetes. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, she's got this really dark sense of humor. I love it. Like she's definitely going to be, just cracking jokes out there the whole time. At other people's expenses, at her own expense. Like she's down to just try whatever it takes to make people laugh.
Yeah. I think yeah, I think she'll do good out here. Hopefully, she gets some of that Danger Aaron luck. Well, except for the one time where he got
Yeah,
first food status. But Danger Aaron has been a prominent person on our channel and since he's been on. So maybe Rachel Wolfson will have a bit of that mojo going.
exactly, exactly. Okay, moving on now to Rob Riggle. And you might be asking, what reality show is Rob Riggle on? Well, he's on the greatest reality game show in the world, and that is Holy Moly, the show where it's like mini golf combined with wipeouts.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen the promos for that. Yeah, Rob Riggle, he's hilarious. He's been in so many different comedies and stuff. My favorite is probably in the Jump Street movies.
Yeah.
He was hilarious in those.
Yeah, he's great. I'm expecting him to form an alliance with the Miz. I feel like their kind of bigger, attitudes and charisma is going to immediately kind of pair them off. So I could definitely see them working together. Yeah, no, I like Rob. He's also in Step Brothers, as the person
Yeah.
who just keeps wanting to punch Will Ferrell. Like, yeah. Yeah, he's great. He plays just a great, a terrible person pretty much.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's super cool.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, we got someone from Impractical Jokers. We got Sal Volcano. Have you watched much of Impractical Jokers?
I have not.
Yeah, so the whole premise is they go into unexpected areas. One of them has an earpiece in, while all the friends basically tell them to do really terrible things to the customers, or like weird things to like the food or something.
Oh god.
And yeah, that like the whole thing is just them trying to do it. And Sal, is he's kind of the bigger heavy set guy, but he's just super funny. Like he whenever he's kind of like the one to be the one who has to do it, you can just tell he's just like, oh, I don't want to do this. Like, okay, here I go. Yeah,
Uh, yeah, I wonder if some of his castmates from it, Impractical Jokers be whispering in his ear. It's
yeah.
like, all right, hide the hide the idol in your mouth.
uh
And then like Cody goes up to him. It's like, hey, what you doing?
yeah. Who knows? We could have the whole Impractical Jokers squad be be with Sal for this.
So if there's anything where he's having a big breakdown or something, he's probably being puppeteered.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, we'll see how Sal does. I'll say he's also kind of my guy. Like if he goes home early, I wouldn't be too upset about it.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, next up, we got Shubham Goal from The Circle, season 1. Have you watched The Circle?
I have not. What is it, by the way? Because I'm like confused on the premise. I knew they did like a pandemic version as well.
Yeah, so The Circle, the whole thing is meant to, like, they made it because of the pandemic. Like, the whole show is designed, like, as a reality show you could do while separating everyone. So everyone, so it starts with like 8 people enter the house or enter like a big apartment building kind of thing. They each get their own room. and then they make their own social media like page, pretty much. And people can either be themselves on the social media, or they can catfish and create a different persona that everyone's going to see, and you interact with everyone through that social media app pretty much. Um, and at the end of like the round or whatever, people vote on like kind of like organize who they like the most, and whoever gets the most points becomes the influencer and can decide who goes home pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so Shubham was someone who came in and was super authentic, and it was so great to see kind of like this nerdy kid who wasn't hiding who he was at all, and really was just being himself. He wanted to meet all the people who are very true to themselves, and he ends up really like being the main figurehead of getting out all of the people who are catfishing. He ends up winning the most, being the influencer more than anyone else in the game. As
Interesting.
arguably, yeah, as someone who like he came into it first round of elimination, almost gets eliminated because they were like, he seems kind of weird. But then like the next week, everyone just loved him. Like everyone wanted to be his friend and everything. And it was just such a great story for him.
Did he end up winning?
No, came up just shy.
Uh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think what happened was he won influencer so much, but then near the end it kind of like faded off because people were just voting for him so much that I think he ended up actually like he ends up getting second. So he ends up just falling shy. So I think he just kind of he peaked too early, pretty much.
Sounds like it. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see how that translates here. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay, and then lastly, we got Taylor Hale from Big Brother 24. And I'll say, when I picked Nicole Leog from all the way back, Survivor versus Big Brother, I believe, I
Yeah.
was originally going to pick Taylor, but she was in elimination and she was like being targeted so much early on. I was like,
Yeah.
I felt she was going home early, so I was like, you know what? Let me get someone who I think's got longer time in this game. I choose
That's fair.
Nicole, and Nicole goes home pre-merge. Taylor's still in the game. She is, and then when I picked her here, this was we made our list like a week ago. She's now yet again on the block for
Yeah.
Big Brother.
Uh, what's your all right, here's my thing about her. I do feel like she did get a bad rep in the beginning,
Yeah.
and it took a while for her to get over that. There were some moments with her. She's not my favorite on the cast.
Mhm.
And she's also going after Tyler and or not Tyler, Kyle. And I'm like,
Mhm.
no, don't go after him.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm definitely rooting for the after party. So like I'm like, all right. But
Mhm.
I think she has one of the best showmances in all of Big Brother, and it's her and her bag of potato chips.
Yes, that is what Taylor is known
Best
for.
known for.
Yeah, I mean, honestly though, she has gotten some power since her falling off, and has kind of gotten herself into a good position. I would, I'm rooting for Kyle too. Like I like Kyle and Taylor.
Yeah.
I could really see either one of them getting taken out here. Like I really think it's possible
I
that.
think Kyle has the biggest target on his back,
Yeah,
you know.
I would say 70% chance it's Kyle, 30% Taylor. Like just if I had to guess. But yeah, Taylor's I think Taylor could very well get to the end, but not maybe get the votes. Like I could really see her as like she just as this the pawn. That's what they like to kind of like say is someone who keeps getting put up into nomination but never gets taken out. Um,
Yeah.
but just doesn't kind of get the respect because they're not really the ones controlling the game. They're kind of just having to, hopefully not get taken out.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of big targets. I mean, part of the leftover alliance was, a big kind of like alliance of strong people. So all of them were kind of like big contenders and stuff. And, you know, I would say, is she the biggest? I mean, I would say it's definitely out of the people who are left, Mike is a big threat. Monty is, and I feel like she is definitely up there as well as one of
Mhm.
those like people who are like still with the leftovers and stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
I think if Michael wins, I think it would actually be one of the best Big Brother winners that at least I've seen. Like
I I
he's been
agree.
playing the game so well. Like I did not expect him to be this challenge beast. Like I thought maybe he wins like a couple, like if he survives long enough, but like to win, like I believe he has the record now for power of veto wins.
I'm not as familiar with Big Brother, but I'll have
So
to check. And I haven't seen any of the live feeds. I don't know. We're filming this on the
yeah,
31st, so like I don't know what happens tonight.
yeah.
I won't find out tonight, maybe because I'm doing stuff. But you know, yeah, he's definitely up there. I'd say it's Kyle, Mike. I have a soft spot for Terrence. Terrence is, I don't know, like I
Mhm.
like older contestants, and like he's cool. And we have been seeing some gameplay from him. I know we just went off on this whole like BB side thing, but we have a current contestant in there, so naturally we're going to talk about their gameplay as it's being played out.
Exactly, exactly. So yeah, Taylor, we'll see. Hopefully she doesn't get immediately targeted because just because she, entered beauty pageants and all that kind of stuff. Like, what what an awful like basis for just like a whole house just turning against someone.
I mean, like you shouldn't always judge a book by its cover, but
Yeah, yeah,
um,
exactly.
they look past that. They look past that now.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, so that is my tribe. Let's move on now to your tribe, the Malakau
Alrighty.
tribe.
So I try to get someone a little bit different from like everything. There's
Mhm,
some that have like shared the space. As you see, there are two people from the challenge,
mhm.
USA. But first up, we have Ariel Contreras, the winner of Hell's Kitchen Vets versus Rookies. So that's their fans versus favorites. So ironically, we're using Micronesia. So this could be a little bit of a foreshadow. She was the winner of that.
Mhm.
She was a vet. She came back and she completely dominated. I didn't watch the full season, but I caught a lot of the episodes with my one roommate who was a big Hell's Kitchen fan.
Yes,
And so,
I've
like,
watched a lot of. Honestly, I think I watched more Hell's Kitchen with your roommate as well than I've ever watched.
I mean, it's interesting. It's a fun show, and like,
Yeah.
it definitely builds up an appetite.
Mhm.
But yeah, yeah, I felt like because I wanted to get, that going into this, I really was worried. I was like, oh man, I haven't really watched that many reality shows. But the fun fact is, I've seen at least one episode from each of the respective things they're from, except for Love Island. So
Mhm.
Cache, I only know from Challenge USA, but we'll get to her
Yeah.
in a bit.
Challenge USA. We'll talk about her game mostly from there.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think Ariel, good contestant. I'm definitely thinking she's going to take charge, and she's definitely going to, help out the tribe, making some delicious food, some gourmet food up,
Mhm.
up on the island.
Exactly, exactly. Sometimes those chefs, can do pretty good. Soma Yukihira making it pretty far by cooking the tribe food throughout the season. So we'll see if Ariel does the same.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, next up, fun fact. I actually know this person in real
Oh,
life.
really?
He went to one of my plays back when I was in college. We kind of haven't talked in a while, but this is BJ Averill, and he is from Amazing Race, I believe season 9. He won a season of The Amazing Race, and I
Oh,
know him through Pokemon Go.
oh my God. You know
Yeah,
everyone through Pokemon Go, Ryan.
this funny enough, like I didn't know right off the bat. He never told me. Someone in one of the group chats was like, hey, BJ was an amazing race winner. You do. I was like, whoa, huh. So yeah, I thought, since I know him and since I'm not as familiar with the Amazing Race, I've only seen like a couple episodes. I thought he would be a good addition to bring on.
Nice. Well, now we got some personal, root here for BJ. So yeah, excited to see what he does if he can translate that amazing race spirit into Survivor.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely see.
Mhm.
Next up, we have Cache Proudfoot. She was on Love Island, and she had a little thing with Cinco, and that kind of translated into the Challenge USA, where there was like a little bit of like, oh, still there's still like feels and complications and stuff. Um, she's doing good. I mean, she's still in the game and stuff,
Yeah.
and she had an impressive win with Tyson when things were looking very, very bleak for them. Uh,
Mhm.
and yeah, I wanted to get someone from Love Island. She's like one of the final two people left from that are still in the challenge as of the time of recording. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, why not bring her on? Also, Proudfoot, it reminds me of Lord of the Rings because that is definitely a Hobbit name.
Yeah, I was
That is
gonna
a Hobbit surname.
Yeah, it reminds me of World of Warcraft. As like one of the Tauren, like they're, I feel like Proudfoot is like part of that kind of like it would be a
for
tribe.
for halflings and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, so I do think Cachet's been playing a pretty good game. It's like her and Justine are like the two Love Island people I believe that are still in the game, and both of them are doing pretty good. Like they've kind of been able to infiltrate a little bit into the Survivor Big
Yeah.
Brother alliance, but it's definitely still an uphill battle for them. Like a lot of times, like if they get paired up with someone, like you might just take them out because it's an easy boot if the people who end up winning the challenge just aren't really liking who they get,
Vibing. Yeah.
yeah, whoever they get paired up with. If it's not like working out with them, then they're
Yeah.
a pretty easy like nomination.
Well, I think because admittedly, if you look at it, I know when I saw the promos from stuff for the Challenge USA, and they were talking about like which four reality shows they're doing. We're talking Big Brother, we're talking Survivor and Amazing Race, and then you have
Mhm.
Love Island. One of these things is not like the other. Well, I mean, the other three are on CBS too. So I know MTV is kind of, is it on MTV or no?
No, it's on Paramount Plus exclusively, I
Love
believe.
Island.
Oh, Love
Um,
Island? I'm not sure.
because I know it
It
wasn't
has to be
direct,
owned by CBS because I believe like the selling point is that these are all CBS shows.
something like that. But it is and granted, I haven't watched Love Island. It's just not something that like really intrigued me.
Yeah.
But it is very different from these big, well-established shows. So like, and the fact that she's still there after most of her original castmates from Love Island have been eliminated,
Mhm.
also says a lot.
Yeah, we're really seeing, I think, how the season was like meant to go, like how it was just going to end up inevitably going. Of Love Island and Amazing Race have kind of been taken out pretty early. There's only one Amazing Race person left, I believe.
All right, to
And
be fair, I found this weird. They only went in with three. And,
yeah,
Leo, he kept fighting hard and he's still here. Well, no, he got eliminated, but he
yeah,
made it to like the halfway mark.
yeah,
Um, which I was always like, why? Amazing Race is such a popular show. Why are they only giving him three?
yeah. It is
Spread the
weird.
love.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I feel like you could have taken a few Survivor and a few Big Brother people away to make room for Amazing Race a little better.
could have brought in BJ.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. BJ would have totally been down, I bet.
Probably.
Yeah, but yeah, it definitely seemed weird that Amazing Race, even had less than Love Islands.
Yeah. Um, but we'll see. We'll see what tonight's episode is going to be like. I'm excited
Mhm.
when I do watch it. But yeah, we'll see how Cache does on Survivor. It's an island, so you know,
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Even in the Challenge USA, like the Love Island people immediately try to go start flirting, even in a season where everyone was like older. Usually a lot of them were married. It wasn't the time for Love Island people to start.
No, no.
Yeah,
All right. Next up, we have Colby Burnett. And the way I know him is from there was a short lived TBS show called King of the
I
Nerds.
love that show.
I know. I was like, I thought it'd been so cool to be a part of it. Like, I liked it
Yeah.
from like season one. I thought it was really cool. And
Yeah, I wanted to apply to it, but I was too young when it was airing. I think I was like waiting, like I was like, okay, in a couple years I'll apply to it when I'm 18, and then
yeah. Um, but it was short lived. It was only 3 seasons. Colby is in the third season, and he before that was on two. He was on Jeopardy and was one of the champions. One
Mhm,
the teachers kind of like the teachers bracket,
mhm.
and then he also won the tournament of champions for one of the times they
Nice.
did that. So he's a very accomplished on that. He went out, I'd say, midway in King of the Nerds, but I really liked how he was a big threat. And even his own team is like, we kind of want to get rid of this guy.
Mhm.
But like he was able to stick it out for a little bit. He was even like, if you're going to take out the king, you better well make sure you do it. Um,
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm totally bush at that, but yeah, I thought he was cool.
Nice, nice. Yeah, yeah. King of the Nerds, such a great show that just like it came out right before nerd culture really blew up like the
Yeah,
way it has now. Like I think if it came out like right now, it would be way more popular than it did when it came out back then.
probably.
Yeah,
Revival season, we'll see.
exactly.
Um, very. I don't think it's that niche. Um, I would say I would be thrilled if it happened. I don't know if everyone feels the same way, but I remember in high school and stuff like it was like, oh, this is so cool. But yeah, hopefully this raises awareness of King of the Nerds and TBS will have a revival of the show.
Yes, and they'll invite us to be a part of it.
Oh yeah, oh
King of the
yeah,
Nerds duos. We'll enter as a duo.
nice. Yeah, high five. All right. Next up, it's been a while since I've watched old Big Brother, so if I mess up the first name, that's my bad on two reasons. One, I should have looked it up prior, and two, for not going back and watching old seasons now. But she's been on two of the seasons I have watched, and she came back for season 22 of Big Brother. It's
Mhm.
Devon Rogers. I wanted to get someone from Big Brother. And I was like thinking about the ones I did. And one thought that just so in her first season, she was a pre-jury elimination. She came back and did better. I forget what her she did better, made it to the jury phase in her second time out. I don't know where she placed in 22, but her very first season, she was so memorable that they wanted to bring her back. She had this line where so there was a twist going on in the game where there was actually a pair of twins that would switch out every like 3 days or so, identical twins, and there
Mhm.
was like only a few differences, like one was had a fake tooth and stuff, and I funny enough, there was a dentist who was in the cast who was able to like tell like by the teeth that, oh yeah, they're totally different people. I almost brought that person, but I wanted it just didn't work out that way.
Mhm.
Um, and then she was like, yeah, one's thicker than the other. And then when they revealed the like twin twist, she was like, yeah, yeah, that's Chubbs. It was hilarious.
uh,
Um, yeah, so I think she'll be a great addition, to the season.
yeah, interesting. So some twin magic happening on Big Brother. Only Big Brother would make a twist
Would do
like
that.
that. Yeah.
It's apparently that was the second time they did that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, Interesting. We'll see how Davon Rogers does on the season. Then we'll see if anyone else has any twins and she can call them out for us.
Well, there's someone that I think would try and pull that off. We'll get to him
Yeah.
in a little bit, but first we have Lana Chromium from Skin Wars season 2. Now, Skin Wars, it was another short-lived reality show where it was all about body painting.
Mhm.
I found this because this girl I was seeing in college for a little bit, she was watching a few episodes, and I thought it was pretty cool. Um, and then this is around Thanksgiving time, and I started watching the seasons and really enjoyed it for what it was. She is the winner of season 2.
Mhm.
Yeah, she has a fun personality, stuff like that, and yeah. Uh, how she's going to do here, I think she's definitely the designated tribe. If she makes the merge, she's definitely going to help out with the banner.
Yeah. Make him the flag and the banner, all that kind of stuff.
Yes, yes.
Nice. I've never seen Skin Wars. I didn't even know it was a show, to be honest, until you sent over and said it
Fair.
was.
It's if you ever seen the meme where it was like these people look like Pokemon trainers, and it was a dude with like red hair, and another dude with like a bandana and like kind of like an anime Sasuke, that blonde anime Sasuke look to him. That's where that is from. But
Got it.
anywho, one of the two of the hosts was one was the original actress that played Mystique back in the old X-Men.
Mhm.
And then the other one, RuPaul, was a judge on that show.
Got it.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I can see RuPaul being a part of the show as well. We didn't pick anyone from RuPaul's Drag Race. I just don't watch that show, so
I've only seen one episode because I was over with friends and stuff. But at the
yeah,
same time, I was like, because I don't really watch it that often.
yeah. I just
Uh,
wouldn't know who to bring from it pretty much. I mean, who I do I bring RuPaul, I guess.
I the one person I wanted to bring, they told my friends told me like she ended up quitting that season
uh,
because he was like, I accomplished everything I wanted to, and I'm like, I lost all respect for that person. Um,
yeah.
I don't like quitters, but I digress. All right. So next up, this person was introduced to me by Joe. uh, when he was like, "Hey, you got to watch this show," and then I became obsessed watching it. And it's Nathan Fielder. He recently had a show called The Rehearsal, and this guy he comes with the most unconventional ways to help people. Um, a few of the things he has done was hired someone to be Santa during July, and this Santa was actually kind of sketchy. Uh, let's see. He impersonated a person. He learned how to tightrope walk just so he can pretend to be a guy and tightrope walk so that guy can get all the credit in that moment.
Mhm.
And his new show, The Rehearsal, I don't know if season 2 has been confirmed yet. But basically, he would stage these things to like extreme detail. Like if you look at my living room right now, and I'll even give you guys a mini tour. He would he would see this and he would replicate it to the most minute
Yeah.
details.
Yeah,
And then
he would send in people to like say, "Oh, we got to like check your plumbing or something," and then they would secretly like 3D get a 3D image of it, so that way they could replicate it like 100% to the T.
yeah, and then he did this thing where basically he helped a woman go through raising a child, like simulated that, and he would go more elaborate, whether it was like these mirrors that would age you with like some technology, hiring a bunch of kid actors, and all this stuff, and he even was like went so meta with it that he ended up like he still continued that little experiment for a while, and then he was like, all right, there was one kid that I really bonded with, And so he tried to understand the psychology of that kid. And then, so it's the psychology of that kid's mother, where he dressed up as the mother and pretty much recreate. He is.
He's a psychopath. Like if you boiled it down, and if he was doing this for not a show, you would say that he is a psychopath.
um, it's
Uh,
funny. Watch Mojo recently put out a video. It's like top 10 most unhinged Nathan Fielder moments.
I need to watch that. I haven't seen that.
Yeah. And also, you guys might know if you heard about Dumb Starbucks.
Oh, it's
This
so
is the
good.
guy behind it.
Yeah. That was the first thing I showed you, right? It was either the first or second episode was the dumb Starbucks because it is such a it's so crazy. Like it's he literally found a way to use the Starbucks logo by just putting the words dumb in front of it. So that
Yeah,
way it goes under parody law. So that way he can run a Starbucks without having to pay the franchising rights, without having to do everything through Starbucks, and just made his own. And it became like newsworthy. Like news
exactly.
outlets were literally talking about it because it was such a big deal. He went on Jimmy Kimmel to promote dumb Starbucks.
The, the man is brilliant. I would say his biggest thing out here is he's kind of known for having like a kind of like awkward personality.
Mhm.
So I would say that's his biggest will be his biggest
Yeah.
downfall and challenge on this season.
Yeah, I will say, so my comedy, like when I do my stand-up, I think I am more like Nathan Fielder than I am like most other comedians I've ever seen, like just in terms of my personality and how I interact with everyone. I definitely see myself with some of that Nathan Fielder kind of awkward energy, like allowing awkwardness to just like fill the room and not have that need to like fix it.
Yeah, yeah. Now that you say it, because I remember seeing some of your stand up, and yeah, uh,
Yeah.
it's on the channel, guys. If you ever want to look at it.
Exactly. Also, I forgot, this is the first video now of us having our new logo, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
Um,
actually have a logo now.
yeah, all credit to Joe. He designed it and everything, and I was like impressed by it a lot. Like, I think it's cool. I like the island. I like the color, like the sunset coloring.
Yeah, thank you, thank
Yeah,
you. Yeah. Finally getting us some branding for our channel too. So now it's no longer under the Joe King name. It is now under the Day After podcast.
yeah, nice. I know it's a dream. A dream has come true. It's showing the evolution.
Exactly.
All right. Now we got three peeps left. So this one, I've only seen one episode when I was visiting my grandma. We have Sandra Lee from Dr. Pimple Popper. She is the titular Dr. Pimple Popper. She is, a dermatologist. She helps people with their issues, not just popping pimples. There was like one person who had, they had like basically eczema all over his body, and like he would just shed everywhere, and he was in constant pain, and she was able to help that person out. Very catchy name, but she is someone that is very, respected in that field. Other than that, I don't really know too much about her, but I also wanted to, there's that side of reality TV where I'm like the kind of like medical ones,
Uh-huh.
but
Yeah,
the
it's like her, Dr. Oz.
yeah,
Yeah.
like the TLC kind of like reality stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
but Sandra Lee would be a good addition.
Nice. I've never watched Dr. Pimple Popper. I have no interest personally to.
I only watched it because my grandma was watching it. She loves all the TLC
Yeah.
kind of, reality shows.
Got
Uh,
got it.
so yeah. All right, next up, we have from the original Ninja Warrior, Shingo Yamamoto. And
He's my
he is,
favorite.
of course, he's super cool, and he is the only contestant to have played in every single season, every single competition. Granted, he hasn't, advanced to like the finals or even past the first stage in a while, but he has always been there. He's one of the originals. and yeah, he's just a gas station manager and stuff, but
Yeah.
the stuff he's able to do, especially back in his prime,
Yeah, well,
yeah,
didn't he? It was evolution too. He wasn't he just an employee first, and then eventually he becomes a manager as the
yeah,
season's going. And it's like a big like it's like they like market it as like a level up for him that he's now better now that he's also the manager of the gas station. And then I think he even starts like doing better for a little while. Um,
oh
but
yeah,
yeah, I think he's you know I mean he's just gotten older. He's not as uh strong as he was back in his heyday for
yeah.
Ninja Warrior, but it's yeah, he was always one of my favorites. I was always rooting for him. I just thought it was so fun that you know, he was able to sell us on him be
Just being a
using
gas station
using a
attendant.
gas station as a training area pretty much.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
classic Ninja Warrior be like that though. Like it was just like them just wherever they're working, like finding just some random thing that they can do to like sell themselves is like this is why I'm really good at this now.
precisely,
Now, I mean,
precisely.
American Ninja Warrior, like everyone that goes on is just like, well, I trained at this gym with this person now for like 5 years, so now I'm here.
Yeah,
And it's just like, okay, well, like that's fine, but like, you know, it's not as good
it
as
doesn't have the same kind of charm as the old one does.
yeah.
I do know someone who has trained and been on American Ninja Warrior. I didn't bring him. I don't know how well he's done on there,
Mhm.
but yeah. Um, I know some reality stars, people.
Yeah.
Comes with being in Hollywood.
Exactly, exactly.
But yeah,
One day we'll be on these kind of reality shows, right?
I mean, I did audition for Big Brother, as I said, so who knows? BB 25, you might see Mr. Wayne
Yeah,
on there.
exactly, exactly. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. It'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah. All right. Now, last but certainly not least, we have Tyson Apostle. We started with a Survivor contestant. We're ending with one. Yeah, Tyson, as you guys know, he's one of my favorite contestants of all time. He's killing it on the challenge right now. He is like the guy to beat, basically.
Mhm.
Um, has the most wins in the season so far. And yeah, loved him in Survivor. He's been on our Brantsteeles a few times. He's had two or three good runs, but some of the other times not so hot. It's because I choose him. But yeah, so I was like, especially since he's doing Challenge USA, I feel like it's an appropriate time to bring him back. Because I've been missing
Mhm.
my boy Tyson.
Yeah, exactly. I think Tyson on the Challenge USA, I'm going to make my prediction for where he's going to finish. I think he's going to be in the last elimination for the guys. I think he's going to come up just short of making the final.
It is very possible.
Yeah, I think he's going to be like that last hurdle that the finalists need to kind of overcome for for heading in there. Because I think he's getting probably the best at it, but I think he's just I think they're wanting us to think he's like just the top dog, so that way
Yeah,
the real top dog kind of overtakes him.
yeah, it is. Yeah, as it does seem like yeah, he is a dominating thing, but it's like who is the one that overthrows him? And like, there's this whole thing between him and Sarah. You thought the one in Survivor was bad.
Yeah.
Oh, this one is worse. It's a lot worse. Uh, it's led to some iconic moments between the two. But um, yeah, I'm loving the Challenge USA, and it's due partially, not totally, but I would say 25 to 33% because of Tyson.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm just enjoying seeing a lot of these Survivor contestants we haven't really seen in a very long time, or at least it seems like it's been a very long time. Like
Yeah,
even like Dominic, who came out since
uh,
Survivor 36. It's just good to see him, you know, doing the competition again, even though he hasn't been the greatest. He is qualified for the final, so he could slide his way into the final. Um,
yeah,
but I still can see. I think he's an easy person to beat in a challenge. Like if in a lot of challenges, I think a lot of the guys could beat him. So
well, I mean, he almost got his team eliminated in one
yeah,
of the elimination challenges, but
yeah,
by pure, I wouldn't say just because his partner was so good, he was able to squeeze on by. But
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, Tyson, I'm excited to see him. Yeah, he's his best performance I think in our on our channel was All Is Fair in Love and War,
Oh yeah,
where he comes up just short of making the final in that one.
yeah. So we'll see how things go for him this time around.
Okay, let's start here with your tribe since we're already here. Who are your favorites on your tribe?
All right, I'm gonna have to go with BJ, Nathan Fielder, and Tyson.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go Nathan Fielder, Shingo Yamamoto, and I'll go Cache. You know, I'm liking her on the challenge.
Nice, nice.
Okay, and then my tribe, people who I'm probably rooting for most is Shubham. I'd say The Miz and Rachel Wolfson.
All right, I'm also gonna say Rachel Wolfson. I'm also
Mhm.
gonna say Abby Maria, because she has been on our channel a lot, and it would be funny to see her finally win one.
Mhm.
And then I would say for my third pick, I might go with Rob Riggle because
Rob Riggle.
he's fun.
Nice,
All right,
nice. Okay, let's get into it here. Survivor Micronesia. Okay, Taylor wins immunity for her first tribal council, and BJ wins immunity for his first tribal council.
nice.
Okay, Taylor has immunity. BJ has immunity. Let's see who wins immunity. The Malakau tribe wins immunity.
Nice.
Okay. Well, at least Taylor can't go home right away. Shubham is impressing the rest of the team.
Just by
Everyone's
being
loving.
genuine human being.
Exactly. Yeah, he wants everyone to be real on Survivor. We'll see how that holds up for him. Davon is impressing the rest of the team.
Okay.
Shingo is impressing the rest of the team. And a new alliance formed between BJ, Davon, Nathan Fielder, Shingo, and Tyson.
All right. So three of my favorites, one of your or two of your favorites are in here.
Mhm.
Um, I think this is a pretty solid alliance, though it worries me a little bit that Nathan Fielder is here.
Nathan Fielder, you know, watch him be the glue to hold this alliance together.
He's like, look, guys, I have an unconventional way of us winning this season. We're
uh,
just not going to vote each other out.
yeah,
Well,
exactly.
duh. No matter what, like no backstabbing or anything.
Yes. Except when it works for me, then I'm gonna backstab. But don't
You see,
worry, it's not gonna be that bad unless I'm backstabbing you.
the thing is, he did a rehearsal of this entire season.
Yeah,
So he knows every avenue, how everything will play, so he can win in the end.
exactly. He's
That's
road
not even
maps.
exaggeration. He would do that.
Yeah, he has the
He,
resources.
yes, he does.
Okay. Okay. So we don't really know much about we just know that Shubham was impressing the rest of the team and Taylor can't go home.
Hmm. It's tough. Yeah, it's very random here. Watch it be Abby
Yeah, I
Maria.
was gonna say it would be hilarious if Abby goes home here. She has also had moments of just going out super early.
Yeah.
First vote goes to Abby. Second vote goes to Casey. Third vote goes to Chanel. Fourth vote goes to Chanel. Fifth vote goes to Casey. Sixth vote goes to Abby. Seventh vote goes to Chanel. Eighth vote goes to Casey.
Two left.
Ninth vote goes to Abby. One vote left. It's Abby.
Oh, dang. Well, that
uh,
sucks.
right away, my survivor peak goes home right away.
They were like, we don't trust Abby Maria. She has
Yeah,
to go.
she's got that experience. They're afraid of the survivor player. So Cody, Casey, Sal, and the Miz. So notably, the three WWE wrestlers with Sal, they roped in Sal to make this happen. Rachel, Rob, and Shubham voted Chanel, and Abby, Chanel, and Taylor voted Casey.
Makes sense.
Okay. Wow. So there
All
goes
right.
Abby, first boot. Okay, let's go here. Here. Okay, let's see who wins immunity. And my tribe wins immunity. They must send one player from each tribe to Exile Islands. They choose Colby from Malakau. And they choose Taylor. So Taylor going to exile.
All right. Who finds the?
No
Oh, I
one.
guess no one.
Nope. Could not
Or
find it.
oh wait, don't they reveal it at the thing?
I think they would reveal it there. Yeah.
Okay.
Chanel and Taylor have a major fight. Cody and Rachel have a minor disagreements. Casey and Shoebomb bond slightly. I mean, you can't get mad at Shoebomb. I think anyone who gets mad at Shoebomb immediately
They're
is gonna
out.
it gets targeted. Okay, and a new alliance forms between Cody, Casey, Rachel, Rob, and Shoebomb.
Okay.
And Casey rests at camp to restore her energy.
All right. What's happening here?
Ariel and Lana have a minor disagreements.
Uh-oh.
Colby is impressing the rest of the team.
He was like, yeah, I went to Exile Island. Oh, who's leaving?
And that alliance dissolves. So a new alliance can form between Colby, Davon, Nathan, Sandra, Shingo, and Tyson.
So kicks out BJ and then brings in Colby and Dr. Pimple Popper.
Yeah.
That's part of his thing. Was like, real plan is to get out BJ, but he can't be voted out. But we want to make sure that he knows that he is on the bottom.
Yeah, this was Nathan Fielder's fake alliance to make BJ feel comfortable with this alliance. That way he can bring in his actual real alliance. Now he really has the numbers on this tribe.
Exactly. But BJ can't be voted out, so
yeah. Okay, so who is this? Like, it'd be Lana, Ariel. It's what, Lana and Ariel are the two people most likely to go home here.
Yeah, because Brian can't. Cachet's not in the alliance either.
Yeah.
So I would say any of those three are probably it.
I'm gonna say Lana's going home here.
That's fair.
First vote goes to Cachet. Second vote goes to Lana. Third vote goes to Lana. Fourth vote goes to Cachet. Fifth vote goes to Cachet. Sixth vote goes to Lana. Seventh vote goes to Lana.
Oh.
Eighth vote goes to Lana. And Lana is voted out.
Okay, so.
Yeah, so Ariel, BJ, and Lana voted Cachet, and then everyone else voted Lana. So
not good for Ariel and BJ. So my team can't go again, or they're screwed.
Yeah, pretty much. And I think we still have a couple more eliminations before any swappage that happens. So
yeah, I think it's at like 6 eliminations, or yeah, I think it's after 6,
somewhere around there. Yeah. Okay, let's go to reward challenge, and the my tribe wins rewards. They win 3 sets of items chosen from a catalog by the tribe, and they send Ariel and Taylor. Taylor's going again.
Puts a huge target on her back.
Yeah, nothing. And my tribe wins immunity. Oh.
Well.
Okay. Casey and Taylor have a minor disagreements. And then they have another minor disagreement. Oh, Rachel and Shoebomb have a minor disagreement. Rachel,
come on.
You can't be doing that.
She leaving?
But a new alliance formed between Casey, Rachel, Rob, Sal, and Shoebomb.
I guess the disagreement, it's like enemy of my enemy, I guess. Yeah. He's
really in. Yeah, he's really in on this alliance. Yeah. That's Shoebomb's way. He's very loyal. He's just a very loyal person. Ariel and BJ have a small fight. Ariel and Shingo have a small fight. I think. And that alliance dissolved. And a new alliance formed between BJ, Colby, Nathan, Shingo, and Tyson.
It's like All right, so actually, I wanted to get all the guys together, but I wanted to make sure that BJ felt insecure. So
Yeah.
I made sure that he was on the wrong side of the numbers. Now the guys can take out the rest of the girls.
Yeah. Nathan is just he's making alliances like it's crazy. Normally, like if they leave and then the alliance slowly dissolves afterwards, but like the whole alliance is dissolving right away.
Yeah, I will say him, Shingo, and Tyson, they're so far it looks like Nathan is very committed to Shingo and Tyson right now. So
Yeah,
I'd say
true.
those are the safest out of anyone in
Yeah,
Nathan's plans.
yeah.
But I think because
Nathan, Shingo, and Tyson. What a threesome that would be for Survivor. Like,
definitely, I would have to say because she was fighting with everyone, she's not in that alliance. Ariel.
yeah, I think Ariel's going home here. First vote goes to Ariel. Second vote goes to Ariel. Third vote goes to Davon. Fourth vote goes to Davon. Fifth vote goes to Davon. Sixth vote goes
Whoa!
to Davon. Davon is voted out.
Well, rest in peace. Dang.
It was Cache and Davon voting together
Uh-oh.
as the rest of them. So could be some trouble for Cache moving forward.
Let's see.
There.
I don't know. With Nathan, you never know what he's going to plan next.
Yeah. Yeah. So also these alliances on my tribe, Casey, Rachel, Rob, and Shubham are in both alliances. And then it's either Cody is in one alliance and then Sal's in the other alliance. So
So in a way, it's this alliance of seven.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And they're just not sure, do they want to have Cody be the sixth or Sal be the sixth?
exactly.
Okay, reward challenge. And my tribe wins reward. They win 3 chickens, hens, and 1 rooster, along with chicken feed. And they're
Um,
sending Dr. Pimple Popper and Rachel. And nothing is found again.
I'm nervous for this immunity. I know your team is going to win.
My tribe wins. Ah,
Okay.
the steamroll. Casey and Sal bond slightly. The Miz and Sal bond strongly. Chanel and Casey bond slightly. And Rachel leaves the alliance.
Why?
She does not want to be part of it anymore. She's like, I'm in the other alliance. Maybe she prefers Cody over Sal.
Maybe.
Yeah. BJ and Shingo have a major fight. BJ and Nathan have a major fight. Oh no. And a new alliance war between Ariel, Cache, Nathan, Sandra, Shingo, and Tyson.
You see, the other alliance, I really just wanted to, make sure BJ knew that he was with me and the rest of the guys. However, I want to blindside him in the end.
If anyone hasn't watched Nathan for You, like please go watch an episode so that way you can see how these cuts just happen every episode of just basically realizing that the master plan is even bigger than you could have ever imagined.
What? Nathan's gonna win this. We'll just watch.
He's definitely playing the best game in my opinion. It's him, Shingo, and Tyson are both all 3 of them are playing
Yeah,
good.
they're in this together.
Yeah. BJ works hard at camp and becomes tired. Okay, so that was what? Who was all in that alliance actually, real quick? Let me go back.
So it was, yeah,
Ariel, Cache.
everyone except for BJ and Ariel.
Yeah, so Ariel was in that alliance.
Oh wait, BJ and
Colby.
Colby. Okay, so it could be Ariel, BJ, or Colby.
I'm going to say BJ is going home here. I think he was a little on the outs early on. I could see Nathan wanting to get rid of him here.
Probably.
Yeah. First vote goes to Colby. Second vote goes to Colby. Third vote goes to Cache. Fourth vote goes to Cachet. Fifth vote goes to Colby. Sixth vote goes to BJ. Seventh vote goes to BJ. Eighth vote goes to BJ.
No.
We are tied between BJ and Colby.
Oh no.
So Nathan even he made the alliance to split the votes, so that way it was either BJ or Colby in case one of them had an idol somehow or someone plays an idol for them.
Well, I mean, Colby did go to redemptions or not
Yeah,
redemption,
exile.
exile.
Yeah,
So there is that possibility.
exactly. So really making sure that one of the people on the outs definitely goes home here. First vote goes to Colby. Second vote goes to Colby. Third vote goes to Colby. And yeah,
Dang.
unanimous vote out of Colby there.
Yeah, they just Colby was the target. Yeah, because he did go to exile.
Exactly. So make sure they get rid of him without any idle plays, and in case an idle play happens, take out the other person not in the alliance. So
I gotta
really,
say,
really good.
I gotta say, even if he goes out now, I still feel like he's worthy of an all-star.
Uh-huh.
Uh, he's just all these alliances. He just picks. Now, oh, so it is at 5
Episode
that they're
5.
doing it.
Yeah. Okay. The captain is randomly chosen from each tribe. So Shoe Bomb has been selected from my tribe, and Dr. Pimple Popper from your tribe.
Nice.
Shoe Bomb chooses Nathan for the new tribe. He wants in on this with these alliances.
I don't think Shubham knows.
Dr. Pimple Popper chooses Cody for the new Malakau tribe. Well, maybe
He's
wanting to
like,
see what's up with that.
try and fix this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nathan chooses Taylor from the new Iride tribe. Cody chooses Cachet. Taylor chooses Shingo. Cachet chooses Rachel. Shingo chooses Chanel. Rachel chooses BJ. Chanel chooses Tyson. BJ chooses Casey. Tyson chooses Sal. Casey chooses Ariel. Sal chooses Rob. And Ariel chooses The Miz. So The Miz, the last pick.
Looks like it. We still have that the Nathan Shingo Tyson alliance all together.
I love that. I love that they're still together.
But a little at a disadvantage because
Yeah.
it's 3-5.
Mm-hmm.
So not too great.
Yes. And then over here is an even split 4-4. Yeah, and all the wrestlers have been paired up with each other yet again.
All right. It's nice.
Okay, let's go here. This idol is still yet to be found.
Nope.
See who wins rewards. And the Malakau tribe wins reward. They win steak, sausages, vegetables, spices, and wine. And they win immunity, sending Nathan's squad to tribal.
Even though it's technically my team, I feel like still it's like I can't win.
Chanel and Rob find something in common. Shingo and Taylor find something in common.
All right.
Ariel and Cachet have a small fight. And Rachel leaves the alliance, and now she's out of both of those alliances.
Rachel, what you doing?
Not a good idea.
Okay.
I believe in Nathan.
I believe in Nathan too.
I'm gonna say either Rob or Sal is going home here.
You know, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Okay. First vote goes to Shingo. Second vote goes to Sal. Third vote goes to Shingo. Fourth vote goes to Shingo. Fifth vote goes to Sal. Sixth vote goes to Sal. Seventh vote goes to Sal. Eighth vote goes to Shingo. We are tied between Shingo and Sal. Who do you think's getting the votes here?
Probably Shingo just by the numbers. Like would the person that flipped to tie it really want to risk going to rocks for someone they just met?
Yeah, true, true. Okay, we'll see. First vote goes to Shingo. Second vote goes to Sal. Third vote goes to Sal. Fourth vote goes to Sal. Fifth vote goes to Shingo. One vote left. And Sal has been taken
Okay.
out.
All right, so who are the flippers?
Chanel voted Shingo originally, but flipped over to Sal. Nathan voted Sal. Rob voted. Sal voted for Shingo. Taylor voted for Sal, and Tyson voted for Sal. So they were the ones who made the original flip over.
Okay.
Okay. Well, just like that, Nathan, Shingo, and Tyson have some life in the game.
All right. They kind of took in Taylor, maybe Chanel. We'll see.
Yeah. Here, okay, let's see who wins immunity. And the Malakau tribe wins immunity, and they must send one player to exile. They choose Nathan.
Nathan's gonna find that idol.
If Nathan finds this, we are in chaos mode. There's going to be a lot of chaos.
No!
Oh my god.
You see, I've practiced all the big possibilities of where I could find this. I had my people.
Yeah, little did they know, I had my intern scour this island while we were here this whole time, hide it in a lockbox that only I could access.
With a retinal scan and a fingerprint.
Yes. Okay, well, Nathan has now gotten a hidden immunity idol. He's also been playing probably the best strategic game on the season so far.
Good God.
Chanel and Rob have a major fight. Rob and Shingo have a minor disagreements.
What you doing?
And Ariel leaves the alliance.
She's not even on the team.
Yeah. Cody isn't pressuring the rest of the team as Tyson leaves this alliance. So this alliance is just really just diminished.
The thing is, both Nathan and Shingo are still there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna think it's Rob because he's starting stuff.
Yeah, I think Rob just angers some people, so I'll say Rob too. First vote goes to Shoe Bomb. Second vote goes to Shingo. Third vote goes to Shingo. Fourth vote goes to Shoe Bomb. No. Fifth vote goes to Rob. Okay, please be Rob. Sixth vote goes to Shoe Bomb. No.
I'm sorry.
Shoe Bomb. No. Nathan could not handle his genuineness.
Yes.
He was too
like,
genuine.
I didn't want to hurt him down the line, so I had to get rid of him.
His like realness just didn't compute into my data.
No.
Chanel, Nathan, Shingo, and Taylor voted Shoe Bomb. So Tyson was really on the outside, wanting to get rid of Rob.
I think, yeah, that's why he just got rid of that alliance.
Yeah, he's laser focused on the Rob now. I think him and Rob just did not it's just not meshing pretty well. So okay, reward challenge, and the Malakau tribe wins reward. They send Taylor and Dr. Pimple Popper there. Obviously, nothing is there now.
No.
Let's see who wins immunity.
And that
Malakau tribe wins immunity.
Even when I win, I feel like I lose.
Oh. Wow. So this tribe is really getting their time in. BJ now leaves the alliance. Now this is really just Nathan, Shingo, and Tyson in this alliance.
Was it really ever anyone else?
Yeah, it's always just been those three.
And nothing there.
Well, at least they'd be going to rocks for each other. But I think they have Taylor in too, so it's either Chanel or Rob, I think.
I think so as well.
Yeah. First vote goes to Chanel. Second vote goes to Rob. Third vote goes to Rob. Fourth vote goes to Rob. And Rob Riggle is taken out. So
Yeah.
Tyson gets his way. I think this was a move Nathan used to just make Tyson happy, so that way Tyson didn't have any weird ideas moving forward.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Smart. They're down to 5.
Yeah.
There's 3 more. There's 3 more eliminations before the merge.
Yeah,
Jury.
It's possible that this goes into it with just 2 people making. So hopefully they win at least a challenge.
That would be nice. So we can have the 3.
Yeah. Let's see who wins immunity. And the Malcow tribe wins immunity. And they're sending Chanel and Casey to exile.
Oh god.
Yeah, well now I think it's probably Chanel going home here. Dr. Pimple Popper leaves this alliance. Nathan just has so many alliances that it's just like, what alliance is happening now?
I think maybe they're like, oh, that team keeps losing. Might as well disassociate from them.
Casey is impressing the rest of the team. Of course, they're winning. Okay, so yeah, I think it's Chanel here. Taylor has gotten some goodwill, so she's probably guaranteed at least another tribal.
That's fair. All right.
First votes goes to Taylor. Second vote goes to Chanel. Third vote goes to Chanel. And Chanel is voted out.
Made sense.
Yeah, but now Taylor really needs them to start winning some challenges because I don't think that
would 3. Come on, just look. Yeah, they have 1 shield left.
Yeah, they can afford 1 more loss. Otherwise, they have to then finally turn on each other.
No, I will say it is rather nice that it's been all your people.
Yeah, my people have been just decimated here.
Yeah, the one time it does, and I'm still worried because it has 3 people that I really like on your tribe.
Yeah, I mean, these 3 have been playing the best game so far.
Exactly.
Okay. Go to reward, and your the Malcow tribe wins reward. They win a trip to an island to enjoy a spa and food. And they're sending Shingo and Rachel. Okay, nothing, of course.
Come on.
And the Malcow tribe wins immunity.
Oh my god. Can the simulation just be like, hey, after this, let's just do the merge and jury? It just makes sense, guys.
It would be nice. Cache leaves alliance with Nathan and Shingo. Dr. Pimple Popper is impressing the rest of the team. BJ and Casey find something in common. And Ariel and Cody find something in common.
I think it has to be Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor's the only one that could go home here, I think.
Maybe Tyson is a wild card. I will have to say, I liked how these 3 went from a bad scenario and ended up taking over this tribe.
Exactly. This is like, this proves that if you're good enough, even if you get into a bad swap position, you can still find a way.
Yeah, Nathan finds a way.
Yes. First vote goes to Tyson. Second vote goes to Taylor. Third vote goes to Taylor. And Taylor is voted out.
Yeah.
Their last shield's gone now. They gotta win this next immunity. There's only 3 of them left.
Please, come on. Look, all 3 of these people deserve to make the merge.
Yeah.
All 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, even if one of them gets taken out, I mean, all 3 of them have potential all-star merits.
I know, but like, still, to make that halfway mark.
Yeah. So let's look here. So it would seem that Tyson would be the most likely to go home, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Come on, let it be the.
Each tribe must send 1 player from the opposite deck side. They will sit out the challenge. If the tribe loses, they will return for tribal council, but be immune from the votes. So one of these could be immune from the votes.
Is it? Will it be Tyson or will it be Nathan?
It's Tyson.
Okay. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, it's either Nathan or
It might
Shingo.
it might be Shingo because Nathan has the idol. He can just as easily play it right now.
Yeah, true. And just make it you like it has to be Shingo that goes home.
Damn.
Okay. Shingo is completely worn out, but is not giving up.
I'm so sorry, Shingo. You just ended up on the wrong end of this.
Cody and the Miz bond strongly. BJ and Rachel have a minor disagreements. Cache and the Miz have a small fights. And a new alliance forms between Ariel, Cody, Rachel, and Sandra.
All right, we'll see how these four navigate the merge. Or this might just be a just they can just absorb the two into it and just keep calling it the Makari tribe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
Malakal, not Makari.
okay, so I mean, it's got to be Shingo here, right?
It has to be Shingo.
No one stands.
Either that or Nathan is very, very secure.
Shingo is voted out. Only votes for it was apparently Tyson.
Oh, okay. So Nathan is going into this with his idol.
Yeah.
Dang. The
Okay.
decimation.
Well, let's do our merge assessment now. Obviously, Nathan is currently the front runner.
Yeah, Tyson is also up there. If we're talking
Uh-huh.
about the other team, um, I would say Rachel's playing a very like you have a controversial game. She's not really in any alliance, but when she is, she's out
Yeah, she
not
doesn't
too
stay.
long
She
later.
doesn't stay too long.
Um, I'd say on the other side, I'd say Cody and Dr. Pimple Popper are doing well.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, it's really tough because of
Yeah,
how often the other side didn't go to tribal
yeah,
for like 6 episodes in a row to see like where they're at, other than like what alliances they have.
yeah. I have what one, two, three, four. Four of these people went to the first tribal council of the game, and haven't gone since. So that's now about 10 episodes of them not going to tribal council.
Nope.
So
They had
yeah,
it they had it rather easy.
exactly. Yeah, they had to kind of just take out someone first, and then they just kind of got to win challenges, and they pretty much won all the rewards too. So they're not even like necessarily like dying of starvation out there.
Nah. Uh all right. So yeah, we'll see how this one goes for Dabu.
Okay. See who wins first individual immunity. Nathan Fields wins the first individual immunity.
You see, I kind of figured by past seasons which one they would do for this one. So I practiced it for 8 months prior to this. So I knew I could win.
Exactly. This is Nathan is just playing a crazy game right now. Cody and Nathan find something in common. Nathan has gone down the list of everything that everyone likes on the season and has found the perfect conversation topics for each person.
This man, he amazes me.
Rachel has a major meltdown. And then Cache and Nathan bond slightly.
All right. They're reconnecting.
And a new alliance forms between BJ and Casey.
All right.
Okay, okay.
It's tough to say because it can easily target Tyson
Yeah, this
because
very Tyson.
he doesn't really have alliances with anyone else other than Nathan. He's
But
been on the
we've
other
seen
side.
Nathan and Tyson somehow just completely control any group that is in this game so far.
Yeah, so we'll see. It's tricky.
Mm-hmm. For say, I'm just gonna say Ariel goes. She caused some ruckus
Chaos.
early on. Maybe that's gonna bite her now. First vote goes to BJ. Second vote goes to BJ. Third vote goes to Rachel. Fourth vote goes to Rachel. Fifth vote goes to BJ. 6 vote goes to Tyson.
Oh no.
7 vote goes to BJ. And BJ is voted out in a 7-1 votes. So BJ and Casey voted Rachel, and the Miz was completely on the out, voting Tyson.
Well, I'm glad that BJ actually made it this far.
Yeah.
To the halfway point. That's not too shabby.
Yeah, he's a jury member, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he at least made the jury. Made that quick little alliance with Casey, and then just immediately got targeted because they made an alliance. Okay, and Nathan managing to keep him and Tyson in the game a little longer. Okay, group number 1 is Ariel, Cody, Mike, and Tyson.
Oh no.
Group number 2 is Cache, Casey, Rachel, and Sandra. And
Nathan
Nathan and will go to Exile Islands.
He didn't get picked. That's
not.
sad.
Yeah, this is now like that sad moment where he's just remembering all the sad times where he didn't get picked. For like kickball and all this stuff, and it's just like yet again it is coming back around.
Or when that bounty hunter totally pissed him and everything.
Yeah. Group number 1 wins reward. They win a flight to a village on Yap for a feast, watching traditional dance and spending the night in a chief's traditional house.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, it's not.
Does he win?
No, Ariel wins immunity.
All right.
Cache and Cody bond slightly. And a new alliance forms between Ariel and Tyson.
All right. Tyson's still in the mix. Who is on the outs here? I think Rachel has been causing a lot of trouble, so she may be in trouble.
Yeah, I could see it being her. I would have said Ariel, but she won immunity. So yeah. I think Rachel is the next person who's been causing chaos. First vote goes to Cache. Second vote goes to Rachel. Third vote goes to Cache. Fourth vote goes to Rachel. Fifth vote goes to Cache. Sixth vote goes to Rachel. Seventh vote goes to Cache. Eighth vote goes to Rachel. 1 vote left.
Who is it?
It's Rachel. Too much chaos here.
Much chaos, not enough space.
So Cache, Cody, Casey, Nathan, and the Miz voted Rachel. Ariel, Dr. Pimple Popper, Rachel, and Tyson voted Cache.
All right. Final 8.
Yes. Okay. Let's go on here. The go-to reward challenge. Nathan wins a covered item, a hot dog with fries. He also wins another covered item, nachos.
Yay.
Dr. Pimple Popper wins a covered item, fruit bat soup.
It's protein.
The Miz wins a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Ariel wins the power to send someone to Exile Island and take their money, and she sends Cache.
That's wrong.
Cody wins a covered item, a chocolate cake. He must share the reward with 3 other castaways, and he shares it with Ariel, Casey, and Dr. Pimple Popper.
Makes sense.
And that's it. Okay, let's go to immunity. And the Miz wins immunity.
All right.
Okay, first wrestler to do so. Cody is impressing the rest of the team. Nathan and Tyson bond strongly.
They've been through so much. It should be more than.
Ooh, Dr. Pimple Popper and Tyson have a major fight. I'm saying this is Dr. Pimple Popper's time.
Yeah, I would say either Sandra or Ariel, because not being on the right side of the votes, and also I'd say more so Sandra, but we'll see.
First vote goes to Cache. Second vote goes to Cache. Third vote goes to Tyson. Fourth vote goes to Tyson. Fifth vote goes to Dr. Pimple Popper. Sixth vote goes to Cache. And Cache is voted out. Did not see that one coming.
No.
Nathan completely on the outs of this vote though. Only vote for Dr. Pimple Popper. I
This is
yeah.
oh
Yeah, I feel like he wanted to, he saw the Tyson thing and was like, okay, I could probably get Tyson and some other people to vote Dr. Pimple Popper, but did not realize that really the votes were going over to Cachet.
dang. And now that he's gonna reassess everything.
Yeah, he's gonna have to go back to the drawing boards. He's gonna be like, actually, can we pause the game real quick? I have to go do some rehearsals real quick.
Yeah. Just rehearses you know, and probably goes up to Tyson, has an awkward conversation. So, hey, I thought we were working together and stuff.
Yeah, you could have at least like let me know that you were also voting someone else.
Yeah, this is something I did. I,
The
I didn't
Miz,
rehearse this.
the Miz wins immunity, and then the Miz can also send one player to Exile Island, and he's choosing Casey to go to Exile Island.
Okay.
So sending one of the wrestlers over to Exile.
Probably to find it because since Nathan
Mhm.
hasn't played it, it stands to reason that people assume that it hasn't been found yet.
Yeah, true, true. Cody and Dr. Pimple Popper have a small fights. Dr. Pimple Popper leaves the alliance with Ariel
Yeah,
and Cody.
it's probably Dr. Pimple Popper.
Casey collapses from exhaustion and is medically evacuated from the game. Exile Island has taken out Casey Catanzaro.
Well, that's rather unexpected.
Yeah. So the Miz doesn't even realize it, but he ends up sending Casey to get taken out of the game for sending
That's
her to exile.
that's messed up.
Wow. So the Miz, I mean, that's that, we haven't seen him be too villainous, but I mean, that's I feel it gets edited in a way to make him be a bit of a villain for sending
Either that or
the
he's hella guilty at this point.
yeah.
I would feel super bad if I sent someone to exile and then they, collapsed on exile.
I don't know. Miz is one of those people who would be like, you know what? That means we just advanced next year round, right?
I mean, fundamentally speaking, yeah, but dang.
Yeah. And he probably knows like Dr. Pimple Popper's probably next to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if she doesn't win immunity.
Yeah. I know that the finale happens a little later, but let's just do our final six assessments here. Since finale is like final four and it's like pretty much the end of the game.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, yeah, with starting off with Ariel, she's been hanging in there. She had a bit of
mhm,
a rough start, and she may not always be in the numbers, but she keeps finding a way to make it to the next stage.
mhm.
Um,
True,
yeah,
true.
I think with Cody, he's playing hard. Hasn't done anything wowing, but he has been in like good alliances so far. Even if Pimple Popper left it. Um, Mike, he's getting two. The Miz has two of those individual immunity wins, so that's the most out of everyone. Nathan playing the best game. Um, I don't know how much longer Sandra really has
Yeah,
because
I think she's either going out here. Maybe she wins in immunity and can make it to five, but I feel like her ceiling's not very high at this point.
yeah. And then Tyson playing a similar game to Nathan, but I think he's trying to like distance himself a little bit because we have seen moments where he has gone a little rogue.
Yeah,
Um, it would be funny if the first boot was a Survivor contestant and the winner is a Survivor contestant.
yeah,
In this, so I mean, I
yeah,
would say obviously I'm rooting for Nathan and Tyson out of the bunch.
yeah. We've definitely seen the cracks happening. Even when it was the two of them in Shingo, we even would notice that Tyson would be off making his own plans here or there, which Nathan always ends up kind of coming out on top still, but we did get to see that one moment of Tyson, kind of making Nathan feel like he was really out of the loop on that boat.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we'll see if which
yeah.
side ends up taking over now.
Exactly, because we would have seen the aftermath of that last episode, but because of the evacuation,
It's now this episode.
we still don't know where they stand with each other.
Exactly. So yeah, that's that pretty much does it there. Yeah, I'd definitely say Nathan and Tyson are definitely front runners in my mind.
Nathan Fielder.
Who would have thunk?
I mean, like he was someone I've wanted to bring for a while, but like now that he's here, he hasn't disappointed.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to reward. Cody wins rewards and shares it with Ariel and Sandra. Potentially jury favor, maybe with the bringing Sandra here.
Maybe.
They win a trip to Jellyfish Lake to swim among stingless jellyfish with a loved one. Oh, so this loved ones.
Nice.
And they send Tyson to go to Exile Islands. Probably weakening him in case he ends up trying to win some challenges here.
Probably.
And the
But
Miz wins another individual immunity. That's 3.
He's definitely a big threat in this end game.
The Miz and Dr. Pimple Popper bond slightly.
That jury management.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like people were just trying to be really nice to Sandra, knowing that she's likely boots.
Yeah.
Nathan uses his hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast against Nathan will not count.
Oh, does he play it right though?
First vote goes to Nathan, does not count. Second vote goes to Nathan, does not count. Third vote goes to Nathan, does not count.
All right, played it right. But who was
Fourth vote goes to Nathan, does not count.
Who did he choose?
Fifth vote goes to Dr. Pimple Popper.
Oh man.
So Dr. Pimple Popper still goes home. So he was still like on the board of let's take out Dr. Pimple Popper with Tyson.
Oh yeah. Dang.
Okay. So here we are, final 5 now. Nathan Fielder, still could be targeted here.
Oh yeah.
Could still be him.
It could. Because looks like Miz is going on a winning streak right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like it's not looking good because if they don't get rid of Nathan, they might get rid of Tyson because they've been so tight.
Yeah. Cody finds the hidden immunity idol.
Oh crap.
Okay, let's see who wins reward. Cody wins reward and shares it with Ariel. They win a helicopter trip over the Rock Islands and an overnight stay at a resort. And they send Tyson, so they're just trying to weaken Tyson.
Looks like it.
It has been re-hidden at camp, which has already been found.
Shit.
And Cody wins immunity. Cody just popped off this episode.
Yep. Now, does he get rid of the Miz? Because that is a big, threat for challenges in general.
Yeah, take him out. This is the Tyson strategy. He's not been able to win immunities because of his, pectoral muscle. Yeah, so now he's able to, maybe take out the Miz here, win these last couple immunities, and I think he becomes a real contender, assuming he takes out Nathan and Tyson before then.
We'll see.
Ariel and Cody have a minor disagreement. Nathan has a major meltdown. His calculations did not account for all of this.
He sees that his game is collapsing and there's nothing he can do. Sadly, I think it's Nathan's time.
Yeah, I think it's either Nathan or the Miz.
Only one way to find out.
Cody used the idol on Ariel. Didn't they have a minor disagreement?
I think maybe she didn't want him to play it.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, because it's like either he plays it for the Miz, who he kind of actually doesn't want to be in the game, I guess that much, or he plays it for Nathan or Tyson, who he's not super close with.
I guess I would have saved it because,
yeah.
Or no, it wouldn't have been 4.
Yeah, this is the last one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess for the sake of it.
Yeah. First one goes to Ariel, does not count. Second one goes to Miz. Third vote goes to The Miz. The Miz has been taken out. They did
Yeah.
not want an end game immunity threat like The Miz still in the
Yeah.
game.
The only other person that hasn't won a challenge is Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, both Ariel and Nathan have won at least one. So it's like a 1-1-1, and then Tyson is kind of a wild card when it comes to that.
Yeah, I mean Tyson's been sent to the exile now a bunch in a row. Like I don't know. We'll see if he has the energy here. No, Ariel wins immunity.
Okay. Nothing.
Nothing,
Okay.
nothing. So it's I think I
We're
mean
going to fire.
yeah, it's very likely that Nathan and Tyson team up. So Cody's probably going in the fire against someone. Most likely Nathan. So if I had to say, it's probably Cody and Nathan making fire.
Yeah.
Let's see. First vote goes to Nathan. Second vote goes to Cody. Third vote goes to Cody. Fourth vote goes to Nathan.
Come on, Nathan.
There's a tie. Okay. First vote goes to Nathan. Second vote goes to Cody. Okay,
Come
we
on,
are
Nathan.
going to fire. Loser will be eliminated from the game. Has Nathan been practicing his fire?
He
Now,
should have in his rehearsals.
yeah, to be fair, maybe he knew we were doing Micronesia where there isn't the already established fire making challenge, and now this is totally throwing him for a loop.
I'm nervous.
Nathan, the tribe has spoken.
No!
Oh, that's not good for Tyson either.
No.
So Ariel and Cody voted Nathan. Nathan and Tyson voted Cody.
I mean, honestly, Tyson could be a good goat for Cody because Ariel has been playing a very respectful game.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't count him out just yet, but there is still a possibility he can end up in the final two if he
Yeah.
doesn't win.
Yeah, true.
Though that
Yeah.
alliance.
I don't know. I think Ariel is guaranteed. She's got an alliance with Cody and an alliance with Tyson. I think either one of them will take her. So I think it's either if Cody wins immunity, Tyson goes home. Tyson wins immunity, Cody goes home. And if Ariel wins, I think she takes out Cody. She's definitely less into Cody, so
Makes sense, mathematically speaking.
Cody Rhodes wins final immunity.
No, Tyson, you can't go.
Not looking good for Tyson. And Tyson is voted out, coming up just short of making the final two.
All right.
It was a respectable game. Nathan and Tyson, definite all-stars.
Oh yeah, agreed. Out of these two, I'm a bit more inclined to say Ariel, though I will say Cody has had the more respectable end game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think Cody, he started popping off around like, I don't know, episode 15 or 16. Like he started actually being a big threat. I wonder if Ariel's early game is going to haunt her in some of these jury votes, especially the earlier
Maybe
jury votes.
we'll have to see.
Because I mean, Cody, everyone seemed to like him. He didn't really get on anyone's nerves either.
That is fair. That is fair. So we'll see.
First vote goes to Ariel. Second vote goes to Cody. Third vote goes to Ariel. Fourth vote goes to Ariel. Fifth vote goes to Cody. Sixth vote goes to Cody. Seventh vote goes to Cody. Eighth vote
Cody.
and winner in a 5-3 votes goes to Cody Rhodes.
Well done. Very well done.
Nice. So let's see. BJ, Cache, Dr. Popper, Nathan, and The Miz voted Cody. Casey, Rachel, and Tyson voted Ariel.
Man.
Nice. And Rachel wins the fan favorite award.
We all know the real fan favorite was Nathan.
Nathan.
Come on.
Yeah. I mean, I think definitely these three here I think are possible fraternities. Same with I could see Cody and Ariel as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But Nathan is I think we're gonna have to fight over who brings Nathan first.
Yeah, he's
Um,
definitely gonna be it depends on how how fast someone's gonna draft because
yeah,
I can assure you he's on my radar.
I think everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this has been a fun season, especially very fun pre-merge, and especially since like the
Mhm.
pre-merge is longer in this time around. Just look
Yeah.
at just the decimation of that team where it was just Nathan and Tyson left.
Yeah.
Shingo just missing the merge.
Yeah. I mean, even Shingo, I think, has potential
Yeah,
all-star merits. Like,
I
because of,
agree.
I mean, like he goes out in episode 10, so that means he was in 10 episodes of the season. Like, that's enough
Yeah,
to be there.
Micronesia is an interesting one because, well, granted, the number of episodes are also because of the medevacs that happen, or like
Yeah.
medevacs slash
Yeah.
quits
Yeah.
that took place, and those were basically double elimination episodes.
Exactly.
Um, so yeah, but still, like, because usually in Survivor, I'd say like 12, 11, even back in the this kind of like phase of Survivor would usually be where the merge is.
Hmm.
So yeah, he made it pretty far, and he would have been a jury member if it wasn't for just
Yeah.
how
If,
the
if if
thing
we
is
were if we were
formatted.
able to control when the jury starts, he would have been the first jury member.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, that's good. Yeah, Casey being medevaced by being sent to exile by the Miz.
that
That
was that was that was messed up.
was cruel. Shubham, I'm so mad that Shubham didn't make it. Okay,
Of course, Nathan Fielder is number one.
yeah, most strategic. That makes sense.
Uh,
Cache second, followed by Dr. Billwhopper. So
yeah,
interesting. Cache did get the most votes. Miz with the most immunity wins, but Cody with the most challenge wins.
all together.
Yeah,
Both Nathan and Cody finding idols.
yeah. Okay.
Man,
Well, that's gonna do it here. Yeah, pretty crazy season, you know. Uh,
yeah. Nathan Fielder, like I said, who would have thunk that he would have come on? I felt like he would probably be pre-merge or something, but when he just started playing this game, I was like, oh my god, this guy is actually doing pretty good, and going from a very from like an climbing from an uphill battle and then making it to the finale with his number one ally.
yeah,
It was a 50-50 thing, and like if he won that fire,
he probably
it,
goes to end with Tyson and
yeah.
wins.
But there's some things you can prepare for, but even he knows when the pressure is on, sometimes you can't replicate it no matter how many times you rehearse.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you only got one chance in this time, whereas in the rehearsal space, you can press that redo button as many times as you need.
Exactly.
Okay.
All righty.
So yeah,
Well,
that's gonna do it for this episode. We have one more, I believe, before we have our All-Star season.
oh yeah. And then after that, get ready for that 43 content.
Exactly.
Yeah, this All Stars is going to be, I think it's going to be a pretty interesting one because not only do we have the peeps here, we have people from All Stars 12. We got it
No,
from,
no, we have no All-Stars 12 coming into this one.
oh yeah, because it's a new
New
series.
new
My
series.
bad.
So yeah, all good, all good.
We got some of the 43 contestants making their like second debut before it actually starts.
Mm.
And we'll see some of the internet peeps, the fellow YouTubers, come back.
Exactly, exactly.
So yeah,
And then we
a
got
lot
this,
going
and
on.
then yeah, one more yet to be announced, Brantsteele, and then yeah, we'll have All Stars ended on a big note there, and then yeah, we'll be diving right into all that 43 coverage with our predictions, our draft, and then yeah, our weekly analysis.
Yeah, so get ready, guys. Storm's coming.
Yes, yes. Okay, well then we shall see you guys in the next one.
Peace out.